Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Closing Comments here on May 13th. Let's take a look at our charts. Cattle market saw a pretty quiet day today. Prices just hanging out up here near all-time highs. We did see on this June live contract, price hanging out inside the prior day's range, still holding that gap created at the beginning of the week. We are seeing this contraction here with this inside day up at the top of this 4 or 5 week rally in overbought territory is just giving us a little caution flag for a potential pullback to come from here. We have been on pullback watch for about 2 weeks now. We did get a brief attempt here on the 30th of April as well as the 7th of May. These pullbacks were both very short-lived and immediately bought back up and pressed higher, just showing the strength of this market. However, as we continue to just push higher and higher into this overextended territory, pullback here is welcome for a healthy action in this market. If we start to see some of these prior day lows getting taken out, wouldn't be surprised to see a flush here. On our lower time frame, we are seeing a pretty high concentration of volume here in this 216.20 to 217 area. A lot of market participants gathered up here. If we start to see either the lows or these highs breaking out, you'd start to see a flush in either direction. Given the location of where we're at right now, prices being extended for the last 5 weeks, any downside breaks, I'd expect to see that pullback get underway and see price push back down towards the 20-day moving average and try and find support. We are still in a big picture uptrend. Just a pullback would be healthy action to be seen here. Dips will be seen as buying opportunities, so be ready for bulls to reload on it in the event of a pullback. We are seeing this August contract overtake June in volume. Today was the first day that this August contract outpaced June. So we will be sticking with June for the rest of this week, but going into next, we will be dropping that one off and focusing on the August contract next week. Something just to keep an eye on, and as we start to get into rollover period here. Jump over to the feeders now. August feeders also showing an inside day today. Prices just hanging out inside Monday's range with this gap staying intact. We do see today's low at 304.32 here as a potential breakdown point. However, we do see a little bit more equal distribution across this week's current range, so these feeders aren't feeling as heavy here, but we are still in overbought territory here as well, and if those live cattle start to pull back, these feeders could follow. Big picture uptrend still remains intact. If we start to get a pullback here, dips will be seen as buying opportunities. Be waiting for those bulls to reload on any pullbacks towards these major moving averages. Cattle market remains very strong and healthy. Uptrend will continue. Just be on the lookout for a pullback here, as we could see some profit taking going forward. Next up is our corn futures, July contract on the board here. Today we saw continued downside following through from yesterday's breakdown below 450. We did get a nice early break today. Prices pushing down into that 435, 440 demand zone that we discussed yesterday. Leftover buyers over here from last fall, early winter, acting as support here today. Bears are still in control and pushing this thing lower. They have the wind at their back, so wouldn't be surprised to see the Bears make another run down at that level and potentially break it. Bears are in control here. However, if these buyers left over from last November and December are able to hold this level, a pullback back towards this 455 and potentially the 20-day moving averages. 20-day moving average would be expected. A little bit of a relief rally would be welcome in this market for healthy action here. However, I do think the Bears will step back in and continue pressing this market lower back down towards $4 over the long term. Something to keep an eye out here going forward. Crude oil market saw more upside today. Yesterday we had that breakout above the bull pivot at 62, pushing up towards this 50-day moving average. However, it was reversed late in the day. Then today we recaptured all of that lost upside and then some. Price poking that 50-day average here at the highs today. At the moment, we are just in the midst of a pullback in a big picture downtrend. Wouldn't be surprised to see prices retest that 65 area again here, as we are starting to look like we're carving out a range here in between 65 and $55 on crude oil. As we start to go back and forth here, wouldn't be surprised to see the bears step in and show some resistance here around the 50-day moving average, and a range getting carved out here. Up here at these levels, we do expect the bears to push this market back down towards those mid 50s and keep attacking this $55 level going forward. Going to take a little time for that to play out, let price balance out up here, and see how it acts. We have had a pretty nice upside here, so the bulls do have a little bit of momentum here at the moment. I want to wait and see price balance out up in this area before committing to any downside or shorts going forward. Equity markets continue to see upside here as well. The S&P pushing up into new monthly highs, taking out this prior swing high yesterday and holding it today as well. Nasdaq was strong as well today. The Dow was negative today, losing a little bit of ground as it's chewing through this Liberation Day range. Probably got a lot of resistance up in this area. Just having to chew through that as this Dow continues to lag behind the S&P and the Nasdaq. However, we continue to see signs of health and a nice strong upside here as this new uptrend begins to form. Expect the bulls to keep grinding this market higher. That's all we really got for today. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Have a good evening.